Alright, we are here with Impact Victory Road 2018 in front of 5,387 people at the Summit Arena in Arkansas. This is being filmed back to back with the Go Home show, so if you have any feedback or like signing ideas that you put down that I may have liked or whatever, you won't see them like till at least the next episode, because I haven't actually uploaded the Go Home show yet. I just wanted to pump this out because I've got a busy week ahead of me. But in a poor pre-show match, Tomohiro Ishii defeats Braxton Sutter in 10-11 by pinfall with a vertical drop brainbuster, D43. Yeah, not bad, not great. Much better than his match last week though. Sutter with a 38, Ishii with a 42. Braxton Sutter improves in performance skills in what I hope will be a recurring theme for tonight. Next segment is... Alright, before you freak out, this is not a eye candy match. D41 is... It's not great. It's not terrible though. Like, I could have got an E27. Poor pre-show match. Ali defeats Sienna in 8-28 by pinfall with a sit-out facebuster. Ali was off her game and got a 35, so... If she was on her game, she probably would have got like a 40. Sienna got a 42. No worker improvements, but hey, we want to throw in a regular match every now and again. Otherwise, you know, the likelihood that they're going to be improving every match or most matches isn't as high. So yeah, anyway. Ali picks up a victory. Next segment is, to open the show, the best match Ishimori's had so far, which is good, I think. Or at least a second best match. 53C-, decent wrestling, but not much heat. Ishimori does defeat Trevor Lee in 12:02 by pinfall with a double chicken wing driver, and he makes defense number 8 of his X Division title. Ishimori with a 51, Lee with a 43. The storyline advances, it does gain heat, and Trevor Lee improves in technical and performance skills. So far, we've had performance improvements, well, you know, skill improvements in 2 out of 3 matches, which is pretty good. And yeah, we continue to build up Ishimori, and Trevor Lee proves that like he does do pretty well. Pretty well for where he's at. On pay-per-view, 53C-, I can't really complain with that. Moving on, D plus 50 is not great, but post-match, Ishimori retains against the former champion, and he and Raquel celebrate up the ramp as Lee fumes in the ring, kicking and hitting the ropes and screaming. You know, he's not happy that he lost, even though he lost cleanly. Something tells me this is not going to be over just yet. Storyline advances, no worker improvements though. No negatives, which is good, but we continue into... Yeah, I didn't expect this to be good. This is an eye candy match, but 39D-. It's not great, because it was the 4th time this match had been done. I thought it was only the 3rd, so obviously... I don't know, maybe I had Tenille beat Alicia on her first night or something. But anyway, apparently I've done it 4 times. It's the last time anyway. But Tenille Taylor, in a loser leaves Impact match, defeated Alicia Edwards in 8-20 by pinfall with a roaring elbow. Match wasn't as good. 4th time, it needed to be better. But Tenille Taylor took a stunt bump during the match. Alicia with a 62, Tenille with a 79. The storyline obviously lost heat, but like if this wasn't the 4th time, that would have been a pretty decent rating. I think it would have been like a C+. And Alicia Edwards, even though she's, you know, gone from Impact now, improves in technical and performance skills, so good job, Alicia. Would have liked for it to be Tenille, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. C+ 66, her career is over. Alicia Edwards' career is over. She's lost tonight, and we can see her just, you know, she gets up, she walks out the ring, it hits her, she's crying, she tearfully waves to the crowd, as Tenille, being the bitch she is, celebrates. She's mocking the crying and just laughing in the ring. In just 2 short months, both Edwards have left Impact. One voluntarily, in that I may have forgotten to renew his contract, and the other, has been forced out. And so yeah, the storyline gained heat, but the storyline is over, and Tenille Taylor gets 2 wins on pay-per-view. That should boost her popularity up. Next segment, C64. Rosemary makes her way out for her match here tonight, but she looks a little different. We can see her face paint isn't complete, and there are patches on her face where there's just like no paint at all. So if you look at this picture here, for example, like a bit of her neck would be no paint, like a bit of a forehead, no paint, under the nose, no paint, for example. So it's like it's kind of fading away. But yeah, so there's no paint in some places. And what is going on with Rosemary? The storyline advances, it does gain heat. C64 is not terrible. Again, it's not great. But hey, it's not a eye candy match. It's just a regular match. Rosemary was really off her game, but she defeats Hannah Blossom in 10 minutes by submission with a spider's twist. Rosemary with a 41, Blossom with a 22. No worker improvements though. Not a bad match, not a great match. Like, obviously it would have been better as an eye candy match, but this will be better in the long run. Next segment, C65. She gets the win here tonight against local talent Hannah Blossom, but it wasn't the dominant performance we've come to expect from the Demon Assassin. And we got to ask, like, is she getting weaker? Like last week she said she wasn't feeling well, she felt different. She's come out tonight with less face paint everywhere. What's going on? But the storyline, it does gain heat, and yeah, I think this is like my favorite kind of storyline to book now, because it's very much a slow burn kind of storyline. It's interesting, like what's happening with Rosemary. Where are we going to go with this? I know some of you might guess. Yeah, that's an interesting question, actually. Where do you think we're going to go with this Rosemary storyline? Why, how is she gonna leave? Is she gonna get stronger again? What's gonna happen? Comment below, let me know. C65, her ratings need to get a bit better, but they'll get better with popularity increases. B81, not bad at all, but Trish Stratus appears in her office and Eli's in the background. He's really not in the background for any real reason. It's just kind of like, oh yeah, remember, these guys are still together. And another thing about this, in terms of the 1%ers, I've kind of decided that they're not the kind of group that every week they're going to be on TV together. It's more kind of an alliance in that. So, like, instead of, I think the best example is The Authority, where it's like, The Authority every week was cutting promos together, like 20-minute promos. You had Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, Kane, J&J, Triple H, and Stephanie in the ring for like 20 minutes together every week. It's not that. It's like, they'll reference, like, the other guys and everything. You could have Eli and the Tuesday Night Delights in six-man kind of tag team stuff, but they're not going to be together every week cutting promos, because I think it's just not what I'm looking for in that team right now. So yeah, I just wanted to get that out there, and that's why you haven't really seen them all together every week, kind of gloating that, hey, we won these championships, everything. Because it may have started with that in mind, but it's evolved now. Anyway, back to the segment. Trish Stratus says, Victory Road has been a success so far, but coming up next, I've decided I'm going to be nice, because, she's a bitch. She's like, hey, I'm going to be nice to you guys. I'm going to give you guys what you want. That makes me great. And that I want to highlight the X Division tonight, giving you, all the loving fans, another match. You're welcome. Coming up next, the Aerial Assassin will take on, I don't know if Andrew Everett's even got a nickname. If it clearly didn't come to mind when I was writing this, but he takes on Andrew Everett Finally, starting very soon, we'll have the Super X tournament, an X Division single elimination tournament, with the winner receiving an X Division title shot in the future. So yeah, the Super X Cup is a title that is active in this, so I thought we could wait till Destination X, but Destination X is in like October or August or something, and I don't even think that the Super X Cup wasn't even a Destination X kind of centered thing. Destination X was always like, the champion could, give up his X Division championship to face the world champion, I think, is what, like option C. So yeah, anyway, we're going to be starting off this tournament. It's not going to be a, done over 4-week tournament. I think it's going to be very much kind of like how the Cruiserweight Championship tournament is on 205 right now. So you have the first round will take 3 weeks, and then the second round will take 2 weeks. The last round will take 1 week. I'm not sure if it's going to be 16-man or 8-man at the minute. Oh no, sorry, 16-man or 32-man. I'm thinking 16-man. It's probably going to be a 16-man tournament. But yeah, that'll be starting up soon. And I'm thinking right now it might even finish up at Slammiversary, for all I know. I haven't tweaked everything to finalize it yet. But anyway, we move on into D plus 52. I was expecting that to be a little bit higher, but Will Ospreay defeats Andrew Everett in 12 minutes by pinfall with a 6:30 splash. These two have pretty good chemistry, which is good. It's good to know that. Ospreay with a 67, Everett with a 38, and Everett improves in technical and performance skills. I was really hoping that we get a C minus, but hey, I'll take the D plus. It gets both of these guys on pay-per-view. Gets Will, hopefully, a nice little rise in popularity. I think Everett will rise in popularity a bit as well. Obviously not as much as if he'd won, but still a rise in popularity. Next segment is that should have been quite a bit better, but alright, maybe it was a little bit too long. But Chelsea Green, she does defeat Taya Valkyrie in 7:41 by pinfall with a best moonsault ever. She's delving into Christopher Daniels' bag of tricks. But she makes defense number 3 of her Impact Knockouts title. The match fell apart because there was no psychology. I swear I put scripted in there, and obviously that didn't make much of a difference. Chelsea with a 77, Taya with a 76. The storyline advances. Chelsea Green improves in performance. In technical skills, though, it's a good job there. We move into the next segment, and she walks away still champion here tonight, having fought off a very game Taya Valkyrie. I had to take a drink. It's really important to stay hydrated, even though it's midnight. She's held that belt for almost half a year now and hasn't lost a match since, at least not in this save. The question soon enough to be asked will be, who can stop her? Storyline doesn't advance. C plus 67. Yeah. I think a lot of you guys kind of why are you pushing Chelsea Green? Because it's different. Because I actually kind of like Laurel / Chelsea. And I think that we could have a star on our hands, and it's going somewhere. She's getting over. The matches aren't amazing, but hey, that's like a pet project. Next segment, D plus 50. That was not great. Backstage, JB says, I'm here with Mark Andrews, and Mark, how are you feeling about your match tonight? And Mark says, I'm not going to lie, JB, I'm a bit nervous. This is the biggest opportunity of my career so far, and anyone in my position would be lying if they didn't say they had butterflies. If they didn't say they had butterflies in their stomachs. But see, I'm not going to let it get to me. I'm going to walk in, flip my way to a win, and walk out your new global champion. Just watch me. The storyline advances. It does lose heat. Yeah, his mic skills aren't the greatest, but yeah, hopefully over time they'll get better. They should get better. No worker improvements, though. Next segment. Decent match. Matt Riddle defeats Jimmy Jacobs in 11:38 by submission with a guillotine choke. C62. Matt Riddle with a whopping 66. Jacobs with a 49. No worker improvements. Matt Riddle continuing to just be a beast. And we move into a C61. But Riddle taps out Jimmy Jacobs here tonight, and he celebrates with the fans, starting to make his way to the back. But before he gets there, he sees Tomohiro Ishii just standing on the ramp, and he stares at Riddle and just nods. He's like, good job, you won. And the two just kind of stare each other down before Riddle heads to the back, and then Ishii just, during commercial break or something, just heads to the back. The storyline continues and gains heat. No worker improvements. But hey, that's just rated on Riddle's entertainment, because I'm not sure how to rate Ishii yet. So that's pretty good, considering, I think in the last save he wasn't getting the greatest entertainment ratings. I'll take C's. Moving on into same. Honestly, that could have been a lot worse. C61, the Young Bucks defeat the South Pacific Power Trip and Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate in 15:24. South Pacific Power Trip lost first, and then Dunne and Bate. So Nick with a 68, Matt with a 66, TK with a 35, Travis with a 52, Tyler with a 44, Dunne with a 48. The storyline has advanced. Matt Jackson improves in technical. Nick Jackson improves in performance skills. Good job all round. Moving into a 56 C-, and the Young Bucks prevail tonight, and they will walk out the #1 contenders for the Tag Team Championships. They celebrate, and the imminent match between them and the champions Mundo and EC3 should be superb. It really should be. That's the best match we're going to get in this division right now. Considering how over everyone is, it's going to be 4 main eventers. It will be heel versus heel, though, which is a bit worrying. But, again, best match we're going to get. They're the biggest kind of threats to the Tuesday Night Delights, because the Young Bucks are always a threat, really. Anyway, next segment, C+70. I was really thinking that was going to be our first B-. In an exceptional match, though, Rey Mysterio defeated EC3 in 26:55 by pinfall with a 619 into a seated senton. Rey with a 69, and EC3 actually outscoring him with a 74. The storyline advances, the match got the crowd buzzing. Still, considering this was a spectacle, and called in the ring, this match could have been an absolute disaster. But Rey's got great psychology. EC3's got decent psychology. They've both got great in-ring skills. I was comfortable giving them a spectacle and having them call it in the ring. And it's pretty much paid off. C+70's not bad at all. But the Speed 77, Rey wins his debut match in I might have got a bit ahead of myself here. One of the greatest matches that Impact has seen in a while. He defeated a very motivated EC3. And tonight he has proved he's still got it. And he celebrates with the fans as they applaud him. What is he going to do now? He's made his debut. It's all good. He said he wanted gold, so what gold is he going to go after? We'll find out soon, maybe. But yeah, Rey is our franchise player right now. He's our #1. So, hopefully he delivers. He's a bit injury prone, which is scary. But we move into the next match, and I'll take it. I will take a C59. That could have been absolutely dreadful. But Eli Drake, he does defeat Mark Andrews in 15:04 by pinfall with a bottom rung after interference from Chris Adonis. He makes defense #4 of his Impact Global Championship. Lack of psychology, fair enough, but the match got the crowd buzzing. Mark with the 48, Eli with the 63. The storyline gains heat, and yeah, I love Mark Andrews, but he is not ready for this, especially since he's only been on TV for 3 weeks. I think Mark Andrews is possibly a future global champion. He's definitely a main eventer. Like, he's definitely a future main eventer. But I think Eli is starting to come out of his shell a bit. Like, a 63, a couple months ago, he was getting like 40s, like low 40s, I think. So, yeah, let's try and see where the Eli train goes, where the gravy train goes. Next segment, B minus 74. He retained his title here tonight, and after his friend Chris Adonis interfered on his behalf. He grabs the title and a microphone, and he says, "And still global champion, me." And he laughs as him and Adonis make their way backstage. We see Trish watching back in her office. She's smiling, but then it kind of falters. Maybe she realizes the camera's on her, and then she just kind of shakes her head. I told him to do it by himself. Is there trouble in paradise? Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. The storyline advances. It does gain heat. No worker improvements. Moving into the next segment, B minus 76. Immediately after, we see Eli strutting backstage when Trish catches up to him. He says, "There, I did it without your help." And she cuts him right off. She says, "Idiot. I said without any help. Chris can't help you. Taya can't help you." So see, as I said before, referencing that kind of alliance. No one can help you. The board are getting restless. They don't want to see a champion that needs help to win from the GM. My job could be in jeopardy. Do you want that? Now, I hate to do this, but it's only fair. Next month at Impact Lockdown, Mark Andrews will get a rematch for that championship in a steel cage. If anyone interferes, so help me, I will fire them immediately. And Trish storms off, and Eli looks on. He's clearly shocked. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to book that in, and we'll be right back. Alright, we move into the main event, and we got the B minus. Okay, sweet. 72 B minus, great heat, good wrestling. Lashley defeats Matt Sydal in 9:37 by pinfall with a chokeslam. He makes defense number 2 of his grand title. Fuck. Lashley sustained a displaced olecranon fracture. Oh, that does not sound good. No, damn it. Shit. Fuck. Oh, damn it. Match got the crowd buzzing. Lashley with a 65, Sydal with a 63. The storyline advanced. Shit. Alright, if it doesn't come up with a road agent, it's not that bad. Fuck. Don Callis, thank you. Lashley suspended, displaced. Oh, that does not sound good. B77. I'm so sad now. Lashley has overcome his demon for good here tonight, even though he got injured in the process. As he defeats Matt Sydal in the main event, he celebrates with the title, and finally he can move on to another challenger. The storyline ends, really. And we end the show there. B minus 72, our best show so far. We have increased our popularity in 21 regions. So that was Impact Victory Road. Started pretty good, ended pretty good, but terrifying because I now probably have to take the belt off Lashley. I was just talking about injury-prone people. And it was Lashley that got injured. Great. Crap. What did you think of the show? Did you enjoy it? Do you have any ideas where we might be going with some things? Like, who do you think is going to topple Chelsea Green? Who do you think is going to topple Eli Drake? Who do you think is going to beat Ishimori? Who do you think is going to win the Super X Cup? Yeah, like, what did you think of the show in general? Do you have any storyline ideas? What did you like, what you didn't like? Obviously, we've heard it 1,000 times before. Let me know down below your thoughts on the show, and I'll see you guys for the Fallout show of Victory Road, where I will have a update on our good old friend Lashley and his fractured olecranon, whatever it was, displaced olecranon fracture. Peace.